Hello, welcome to Bob's Dungeon. My name is Bob, I'll be your host. And last year, about this time of year, I did a video talking about different things you could do for Christmas and the holidays in your tabletop role-playing games. This year, I'm going to do about the same thing, but I'm going to add a little bit more and try to give you more information to help you in case you want to run a holiday game. And the first thing I'm going to do is go over a list. I wrote a list this time and I checked it, well, maybe once. Anyway, what I got here are the names of some different role-playing games and supplements that are holiday themed that you could look up if you're interested in that kind of thing for the holidays. And I'm not getting paid for any of this. I'm just trying to put out information for games that you might not know of. And first we're going to go over actual games, full games that are holiday themed. And the first one I got on my list is called Dream Helpers, a Christmas Adventure. And this is a family-oriented role-playing game for families and small children, 6 and up. And you basically, you're a kid, and in your dreams you get to go to this magical world in Christmas land and help Santa solve mysteries or something. I don't know. But it's a Christmas role-playing game that you can play as a family. The next thing we have is The Warriors of Yule, which is a micro chat book. And the micro chat books are really neat. They're kind of a solo role-playing game, but they have rules in it that you can use them for a full gaming group. And they're really easy to learn and play. Character generation is easy, so it's pretty neat. Then I got another chat book called Christmas Cop Nights, which basically, as it sounds, you're a police officer in the big city during Christmas. So my final role-playing game that I have that takes place in the holidays is Dracula's Carpathian Christmas, and it's put out by Total Party Skills. And basically, Carpathia hasn't seen a Christmas in 400 years, and Dracula's trying to bring it back or something. Anyway, vampires and Christmas, how can you go wrong? Now we cross over into supplements, and these are adventures written for different games that are Christmas themed. The first one we got on our list is Pilgrim's Christmas Workshop, and this is part of the Zan's Adventure series. And I'm not going to go into too many details about these because, they're adventures and you might play them, and I don't want to do any spoiling. But the second one on our list is called Figgy Pudding Steals Christmas. And it's for the Shadow Dark role-playing game. So, maybe a Grinch Stole Christmas type thing, I don't know. And finally, for adventure-wise, we have Dungeon Crawl Classic Adventure Tome Volume 6, which is a collection of different holiday-themed adventures for your Dungeon Crawl Classics game. And that's all I wrote down. There's probably a lot more that I missed, but any of these would be a great idea for checking out for your holiday experience and your role-playing games. So you can do that if you want. And of course you could come up with your own stuff. There's lots of information online that you could look up and use to design your own holiday themed game. There are statistics for Santa Claus for both Dungeons & Dragons and Pathfinder, and probably dozens of other role-playing games in any editions that they may be in. And plus, depending on edition, you could probably alter things to fit it into whatever you're playing. There are statistics out there that you can find for the Krampus, Frosty the Snowman, the Grinch, which the weird thing about the Grinch, and most of them I find, is they have him laid out as a bugbear with covered with green fur. So that's kind of interesting. Of course, if you design your own, you can do what you want with it. But, they have holiday elves. Another thing you could do is they even have stats out there for turkey dragons and dire turkeys. You could have your players go out and have to kill one of these things for their holiday feast. But will everybody make it back for the feast? That's the question. Yeah, we did that one year. Anyway, there's lots of stuff you can do, and not just in your fantasy role-playing games. If you're playing a modern role-playing game, like maybe The World of Darkness or something, you could come up with stuff. There are lots of horror movies out there where Santa's a slasher killer. There are monsters run around Christmas. There's even a movie about a killer snowman. So you can use those as inspiration to incorporate into your modern role-playing games. Maybe Santa's like some kind of alien creature that's going to eat people, and your vampires have to stop him because he's endangering their hordes. Maybe there's a holiday spirit in the Umbra that's trying to push through and mess things up for the werewolves. Just whatever. You can do pretty much anything in your games. And it's not that hard to come up with a holiday theme for your game. There are lots of movies and stories out there that you can read and watch and get inspiration from. So I know a lot of what I'm saying is mostly rambling and covering some ground I've covered before, but hopefully this gives you some ideas of things you can do for your holiday games. Maybe one shot. Sometimes one shots can blossom into full-on campaigns. But hopefully it helps. And thank you for listening to my rambling, and hopefully you'll join me next time where we'll talk about something else. Bye.